Hey there, it's therapy and relaxation. Today we're talking about understanding BPD, building stronger connections. Let's go! Borderline personality disorder, commonly referred to as BPD, is a mental health condition marked by intense fluctuations in emotions, behavior, and self-image. It affects millions of individuals around the globe, shaping the way they relate to others and to themselves. Despite its prevalence, BP remains widely misunderstood, often evoking stigma and confusion both in clinical settings and in everyday life. But at its heart, BPD is about relationships, how we connect, how we experience closeness, and how we manage the deeply human need for acceptance and belonging. To understand BPD, it's crucial first to explore what it feels like from the inside. People with BPD often experience their emotions as overwhelming, with everyday situations triggering intense reactions. A seemingly minor disagreement with a friend can feel like an existential threat, and a canceled plan may provoke feelings of abandonment, sadness, or anger that seem outsized to others. These emotions can shift rapidly, leaving those affected feeling as if they're on an emotional roller coaster, unable to predict or control their responses. But BPD is not just about emotion, it's also about relationships. Individuals with borderline personality disorder may find themselves longing deeply for closeness, craving strong connections, but at the same time, fearing rejection or abandonment. This tension can lead to behaviors and patterns that, paradoxically, push others away just when connection feels most important. For example, someone with BPD might test relationships by frequently seeking reassurance, or they may become distant or even lash out if they sense impending rejection. This push-pull dynamic can be exhausting for everyone involved, breeding misunderstanding and hurt on both sides. It's important to recognize that these responses are not manipulative or attention-seeking in the way they are sometimes mischaracterized. Instead, they are coping strategies developed over time, often rooted in early experiences of instability, trauma, or unmet attachment needs. The fear of abandonment and the intensity of emotional pain are real, and they shape how individuals with BPD navigate the world. Building stronger connections, whether you're living with BPD or supporting someone who is, means developing understanding, empathy, and skills for co-regulation. For those with BPD, learning to recognize emotional triggers and practicing self-soothing techniques can make a significant difference. Mindfulness, for example, is a valuable tool in managing overwhelming emotions. When practiced regularly, it can help create a pause between feeling and reacting, enabling more thoughtful responses rather than impulsive ones. Dialectical behavior therapy, or DBT, has emerged as a particularly effective approach for BPD. Rooted in the idea of balancing acceptance and change, DBT helps individuals develop skills in mindfulness, distress tolerance, interpersonal effectiveness, and emotion regulation. These tools empower people to cope with stress, assert their needs more constructively, and build healthier, more stable relationships. Communication is central to connection. For someone with BPD, expressing needs honestly can be challenging. Fear of being dismissed or misunderstood may cause them to withhold their feelings, or conversely, to communicate in ways that come across as accusatory or desperate. Learning and practicing assertive communication is key. This means stating needs clearly and calmly, while remaining open to feedback and maintaining respect for both oneself and the other person. Similarly, it is vital for friends, family members, and partners to educate themselves about BPD. Misunderstanding the disorder can contribute to a cycle of criticism and withdrawal that deepens isolation for everyone. Take time to learn what BPD is and what it isn't. Recognize that the intense emotions and behaviors are symptoms of the disorder, not deliberate choices or reflections of the person's character. When supporting someone with BPD, patience and consistency are essential. Small gestures of reassurance, such as following through on commitments or sending a text message to confirm plans, can go a long way toward relieving feelings of insecurity. Likewise, setting healthy boundaries is just as important, providing a stable framework for the relationship. Boundaries are not about punishment or withdrawal, They're about ensuring that everyone's needs and limits are respected. Building stronger connections also means learning to repair ruptures in relationships. Given the emotional volatility of BPD, misunderstandings and conflicts are inevitable. The key difference between relationships that strengthen over time and those that erode is often the willingness to acknowledge hurt, apologize sincerely, and work together to restore trust. For the person with BPD, this may mean reaching out after a conflict to explain their feelings and intentions. For their loved ones, it may entail offering reassurance that the relationship is still valued, even after a disagreement. Beyond the personal, it's important to recognize the broader social environment in which people with BPD live. Stigma, the idea that those with mental health conditions are fundamentally different or dangerous, remains a significant barrier to understanding and acceptance. Media portrayals often focus on dramatic symptoms, ignoring the nuanced reality of living with BPD and the genuine efforts individuals make to find stability and connection. Challenging stigma means having honest conversations, correcting misconceptions, and remembering that everyone is more than a diagnosis. Support does not have to be perfect to be meaningful. Sometimes, just showing up and being present is enough. Listening without judgment, allowing space for emotion, and avoiding the impulse to fix the situation can all contribute to a sense of safety and belonging. And although supporting someone with BPD can be challenging, it is also deeply rewarding. These relationships offer opportunities for growth, empathy, and deep emotional connection. For those seeking to build stronger connections while living with BPD, self-compassion is crucial. It's easy to internalize blame for relationship difficulties, but it's important to recognize that BPD is not a character flaw. The same qualities that make relationships challenging, intense emotions, sensitivity to rejection, also imbue individuals with BPD with profound empathy, loyalty, and creativity. Cultivating self-awareness, seeking therapy, and practicing new relationship skills are acts of courage and self-care. Another key aspect of building strong connections lies in community. Mutual support groups, whether therapist-led or peer-based, can serve as powerful spaces for connection and learning. Here, individuals can share experiences, celebrate progress, and offer advice without fear of judgment. For many, realizing that they are not alone in their struggles is a transformative experience. Finding balance is a process. Relationships are not static. They evolve and require ongoing attention and care. This means regularly checking in with oneself and others, being honest about changing needs, and maintaining flexibility. It also means accepting that setbacks are part of growth. Not every interaction will go as planned, and that's okay. What matters is the willingness to keep trying, to learn from mistakes, and to approach each new day with hope. It's also vital to broaden our definition of connection. While close romantic or familial ties are important, meaningful connection can be found in many forms. Friendships, work relationships, creative collaborations, and even moments of shared understanding with strangers. Each positive interaction, no matter how brief, reinforces the truth that connection is both possible and valuable. In rebuilding a fractured relationship or forging new ones, it helps to focus on shared values and goals. What brings you together? What do you hope to experience or create in this relationship? Setting intentions together can establish a sense of partnership, making it easier to navigate challenges as they arise. And remember, the journey towards stronger connections is not linear. There will be periods of growth and setback, times of closeness and distance. It's important not to lose heart. Human connection is resilient, and with consistent effort, understanding, and compassion, relationships can heal and flourish. In the end, understanding BPD is about recognizing the profound human need for connection that lies beneath the surface of difficult behavior. It's about seeing the person, not just the symptoms, and responding with kindness, respect, and patience. With the right knowledge and tools, it's possible to break the cycle of misunderstanding and isolation, replacing it with genuine understanding and mutual support. For anyone living with BPD or supporting a loved one who is, remember that you are not alone. Stronger connections are possible. They begin with self-awareness, are nurtured by empathy, and grow through continued effort and care. By approaching each relationship as an opportunity for growth and healing, we can together build a world where everyone feels seen, heard, and valued, no matter what challenges they may face. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe us and check out therapyandrelaxation.com for more. See you tomorrow.